2011 was an extraordinary anniversary, 400 years since the printing of the King James Bible. Printing was a new technology then, and we wanted to mark the anniversary with a new technology now. So we used a digital format with digital pens and iPads, took to the streets, and people rewrote the Bible for the internet in their thousands.
The Bible has hit the headlines tonight.
The screens brought up a verse for them. They copied the code for that verse and then the verse itself onto a sheet of paper using the special pen. And it was then sent via Bluetooth and uploaded straight into the system. And within about 30 seconds, normally what they'd written in their own handwriting had appeared online.
Quite extraordinary to find that John 3 verse 16, the most famous verse in the Bible that is known by so many people, should be my verse.
It just seems to me a way to really personalise the Bible, and I would like people who maybe the Bible doesn't mean anything to them normally, just to get a chance to experience something quite different.
It's taking this ancient document, which has always been relevant, and bringing it right into the 21st century technology.
I think it reinforced what we believe the Bible to be, and that is it's not just a text for the church, but actually a living document that is of relevance to the whole of society. And we were just delighted that it was written locally, it toured nationally, and now it can be seen on the web globally.
Yeah, it was a fantastic experience, really positive experience, such a privilege to be a part of such a historical, momentous project.
It's good to know that I've got something written in posterity. It's part of my faith, so that was an intrinsic part of the experience for me.
Interaction is what's needed, and you don't get any more interactive than this. The Bible doesn't change, the story's the same and the message is still the same, but if we can include people, and if it can be interactive, and it can be 2011, 12, 13, 14, that can't be a bad thing.
I felt it was special writing an actual verse or two verses from the Bible and having the opportunity to take part in it.
It was a nice feeling, and especially to read part of the Bible again. I haven't done this for quite some time, I must admit.
The great thing about the People's Bible is that you're taking the Bible to the streets and reminding people on street corners up and down the land that here it is. It's called the Good Book for a reason. It's a good book. I mean, it's a good book as a read, it's a good piece of literature, it does you good, it's a good companion, it is in every sense a good book.
I think it's a wonderful project because it is about breaking down some of those assumptions which people bring to the Bible, the big thick book that you don't know how to read, and just helping people to see, well, it was written by real people and it's read by real people still. It has a voice.
I had a gentleman who came and who had a degenerative disease, and it took him a very long time to write his verse because holding the pen was very difficult for him, but he really wanted to make his mark before he got to the point that he would no longer be able to do that, and it was really important to him that his family would be able to go and see his commitment to his faith. We had people becoming Christians as a consequence of going to church services, as a consequence of doing the People's Bible.
It's very moving to see how people are impacted by the Bible today, and sometimes it's about impacted by Christians who are just happen to spend the time of day with people. It's about being in the right place at the right time.
Without the volunteers, this whole project would never have happened. It would have been impossible to employ people to do all this. The whole project was volunteer-based. It was a network across the whole of the country.
This was a very large project with thousands of people who had to contribute to it, and the ripples from it went wider and wider as the process went on. So it had both a community and an individual impact.
I would like to say an enormous thank you to everyone who took part in this project. So a thank you to them, and a big thank you to everyone who came and wrote their verses. We've taken an ancient text and we've coupled it with cutting-edge digital technology, and we've shown people that this book still speaks, and it will continue to do that in the years ahead.
Bye.